Hi there. Welcome to the Blue Moon reading. I'm going to give it just a few minutes to see if we can gather a couple people. I know I'm running a couple minutes late. I was just getting everything set up and making sure that I had all the cards ready and that I had my moon water ready for tonight. Okay. Now we're going to cleanse the cards and make sure that we've got all the right energy. So welcome. I'm the Cannastrologer. My name is Abby. And this is a Blue Moon in Pisces General Collective reading. We're doing tarot and oracle. And so it's the blue moon right now. You always hear the phrase once in a blue moon. This, I believe, is going to be the last blue moon until 2037. So blue moons are when there are more than one full moon within a month. So we had two full moons this August. We had one on the 1st and then now on the 30th. Ooh. All right, cleansing all of the negative energy, just clearing away all energy from these cards so that we have a clear, concise reading. Okay. All right. So, like I said, welcome. My name is Abby. I am the Cannastrologer, and this is the Blue Moon in Pisces full moon reading. This is also during Mercury retrograde, which is kind of a crazy time. We right now at this moment have like 6 or 7 different planets in retrograde, but Mercury retrograde happens about 3 times a year, generally speaking. And this particular one runs from August 23rd through September 15th. Now, what that means is Mercury affects communication. Communication could be anything from transportation, technology, to relationships and the communication, that way. That said, it's a time of reflection, a time of making sure that, anything that you put off in the past, now's the time to, face it and take care of it. Otherwise, next Mercury retrograde, it's just going to come back stronger than ever. Now, I have a sneaking suspicion that for many of us, because this Pisces blue moon, full moon is happening in the middle of it all, like anything that the blue moon in Pisces has to deal with, it's like amplified, with the Mercury retrograde energy. So that said, anything having to do with communication with oneself, going within, really looking, it's like looking inward and at everything that you've, been working on creatively, closing doors and chapters to that, but, then taking the steps or planning out the steps for what you're going to do creatively moving forward. So we're going to get into this. I just lit a moon goddess incense. It's all moon themed this evening. We're going to be starting out with the Tarot of a Moon Garden Tarot, just pulling 3 cards. I always read bottom of the deck. And then we've got the Queen of the Moon Oracle. Then I also pulled out my Lunar Nomad Oracle, which I don't know that I've even used that on any of my readings on YouTube yet. Then we've got the Black Moon Astrology cards. And also we have the Moonology manifestation cards that we'll end with. But what I want to start out with is these 3 cards right here. So in 2022, at the very end of 2022, I did a reading, which is on my profile. It's the 13 moons of 2023. And for each one of the moons, I pulled 3 different cards. And these are the 3 cards that I pulled for this particular blue moon in August. The first card that I pulled was the Hawk's Eye. And this is a crystal oracle, and it means higher perspective. So this is kind of like the overall theme for this moon at this time of the month, going into the month of September until we hit that next moon, the next full moon. But the Hawk's Eye facilitates a bird's eye view that helps you rise above a situation and see things from a higher perspective. Don't let things ruffle your feathers, but see how you have drawn them into your life through the law of attraction. Additionally, the blue-black sheen of a hawk's eye protects you from the evil eye. Affirmation: I see things from a higher perspective. I realize that there are no accidents and that we attract everything to us through cause and effect. So that, if that isn't Mercury retrograde energy, I don't know what is. You know, the whole cause and effect. It's what you put out there is what comes back to you, and it'll come back to you 3 times 3, especially during Mercury retrograde, if you haven't dealt with it, if you haven't handled it, you know, up until now. So I have a hawk's eye, actually, right here. It's blue-black colored. I don't know if you can see that or not. It's like a blue-black color. Some of them have stripes throughout. But this is so you have a higher perspective. Put that there for now. Then I pulled the 7 of Earth card for tarot. Now, this is also stands for oak. Oak is, you know, obviously a tree, but it's a very sturdy tree. And the wood itself, you know, it's what they use for a lot of furniture and whatnot. Beautiful golden color. And the 7 of Earth is the 7 of Pentacles. Pentacles stand for money, finance, coins. But it talks about the planting of a seed, you know, just like an oak tree. And then it takes time to grow. So I feel like for many of you in the General Collective, this is a time of, you know, new beginnings, planting new seeds, new foundations. You know, if this is something that you have watched, or you could have, you know, planted something or started something recently that you're continuing to water to, you know, kind of, you know, work within your garden, if you will, and help cultivate and grow. And it's also, you know, it does have a lot to do with opportunity as well, you know, being able to just, you know, grow opportunities, and also grow spiritually. It's like spiritual growth is what I'm feeling, like having a higher perspective, you know, and growing spiritually, because you see this book, it's like knowledge, right? So then the third card that I pulled is passion, number 11. 11 signifies twin flame energy. And I know in the collective, there's been a lot of twin flame, masculine, divine feminine energies back and forth right now. So that could be a major theme for many of you, especially since we're also going through Venus retrograde at the same exact time. So there are a lot of like twin flame unions happening, but also twin flame, I don't want to say disconnections. It's just like everybody, consciously, everybody's kind of coming into, they're coming into like this understanding of more about what that's about. So like twin flames are coming together, whether or not it's in union, it's like there's a collective understanding about what that means. So, but the theme is passion, rise up high, inflame my purpose, reach the sky. Now, passion doesn't have to actually mean like an actual twin flame. This could be what you're passionate about, what makes you passionate, you know, passion projects, you know, work, career, finance, what it is that, you know, stirs your innermost feelings. All right. So keeping that in mind as kind of like our overall theme, let's see what we've got with the tarot. I've got soot on my fingers. All right, let's get into it. Calling in our spirits for the General Collective, for their higher peace, power, protection, and prosperity, for the greater good. Please be with us and give us clear, concise messages for this blue full moon in Pisces 2023. What do we have for the General Collective. All right. The energy going into this as we get started. We've got the Three of Pentacles. And so this talks about partnership, building together. This talks about, working together on projects and in teams, and maybe even union. The Three of Pentacles most definitely can mean something like marriages, but it's like a leveling up. So like if it relates to relationships, right? This means going from like friends to dating to relationships to engagement to marriage. If it has to do with work, it's, going from working solo to working with partners, potentially even, raises, promotions, things like that as well. And as that applies to finance, coins, money in general. So it's a good start. I feel like for a lot of us, we are coming into a time of fruition, and it's interesting because that Seven of Coins, the Seven of Earth, over the summer, that's when people are planting their gardens or have planted their gardens. They've been cultivating, helping grow everything that they've been working on. And as we approach the fall, this is the time of harvest. In fact, the next 2 moons are going to be the Hunter's Moon and the Harvest Moon. And so we are coming into a time of fruition. And so, it's like projects coming together, that type of energy. I like it a lot. All right, 3 cards for our General Collective, please. What do we have for the Pisces Blue Moon? What is our Blue Moon messages for our lovely General Collective? Thank you for joining me. Make sure that you guys hit like, share, subscribe. Also hit that notification bell. All right. That way you get notified of all of my upcoming content as well. A lot of sevens. Okay, so underneath the deck, we've got the Seven of Staffs. This talks about defense. This talks about defending your beliefs, ethics, morals. But this also talks about putting up boundaries for mental, like your mental health, your mental wellness, for clarity, for, just for balance, right? And peace, inner peace. This sometimes can also mean, defending other people, standing up for the rights of others, and, the mass, the collective, if you will. So I think of 7 chakras a lot when I see this card. Okay, so it was this and this and this. Interesting. You guys, we got some really strong energies. Wow. We are coming into quite a time here. Okay, so the first card that I pulled is the King of Staffs. This is fire energy. And that's Leo, Aries, Sagittarius energy. Now, the King of Staffs, he is a favored ruler. He's looked upon quite favorably. He's usually a very good-looking person. If he's single, he has a lot of suitors. If he's married, he is a very passionate lover. Very, very good at business, because staffs, wands, fire is all about passion. That's passion towards a person. It can also mean passion towards like a passion project or work, career, finance, and business. Also, staffs are all about magic as well. And especially being under the Pisces full moon, it's very magical, very mystical, very deep thinking, but this is more on a passionate level, right? Now, I was just talking about, how there's been a planting of seeds, things that people have been working on. And then we've got the passion card right here, number 11. Okay, so there is a lot of passion in the air right now. But I feel like, this has been a lot of hard work that this King of Staffs has been putting forth. Now, and here's the thing too, if you're a female watching this, this is you in your masculine King of Staffs energy, okay? Or you could be dealing with one, but everybody has both masculine and feminine energies within them. It's just a matter of balance, all right? So recent past, we had the King of Staffs. It was you connecting with this King of Staffs energy, being very passionate about what you're working on, about, who you are involved with. Could even be like a potential relationship as well. Now, here's the thing. Current energy. We've got the devil. Now, for some of you, you could just be simply dealing with a Capricorn because that's the devil energy, right? Who are also very hard workers, very, very much about their money, their coins, their finance, their hustlers, right? Now, on the flip side of things, what the devil is all about is toxicity. I'm not saying it's like you're dealing with the devil himself. Some of you might be, right? Some of you could really be going through it because, again, this is a general collective reading. So take it as it resonates. And if it doesn't fit your storyline, don't force it either. Just pick up what does. So the devil represents toxicity. And this could, especially when paired with the King of Staffs, mean toxicity as it applies to any kind of passion, whether that's passion towards a person, like sexual toxicity, addictions and things like that, but also things like overworking, like concentrating too much, like too hard, too much on what it is that you're trying to grow with the Seven of Earth project or position or work or relationship, whatever it is that you've been so passionate about. And I feel like this higher perspective card that we pulled earlier with that hawk's eye is, kind of taking a step back and trying not to get so toxic about it, right? Because when the devil comes up, this is a need to take a step back, look at things from a higher perspective. You see where you need to break any kind of toxic cycles or patterns, whether it's in your health or relationships or the way that you work or the projects that you're doing or the way that you're handling things. This is that time. And again, we are under the Pisces blue moon, full moon right now, which is a very important time of reflection. It's looking inward and realizing what are my toxicities, what are my toxic patterns, and what do I need to do in order to break these patterns so that I can accomplish these goals that I've set out that I'm so passionate about, right? That's what you need to question right now when the devil card comes out. But what's really cool is that we've got the Hierophant that's coming out in our future. Okay, this is what is coming to us in the near future, maybe arriving. The Hierophant, card number 5. Fives are all about change of direction. The Hierophant is also, he's the like the religious leader, right? The head of the church, if you will. It's a very spiritual card, more on the religious side, but it's all about tradition and doing things the right way. And I put it in like hyphens, whatever, because everybody, there's multiple ways to get things done. That's only why I say it that way. But this is, somebody who's looked up to, who's respected, who does things the right way, wants to make sure that it's done right. Okay. And that's why I feel like this King of Staffs, which, for many of us is you or somebody that you're dealing with, may, be in or be approaching or thinking about, or be dealing with some toxic energies, but ultimately wants to do the right thing. Okay. Wants to take that step, wants to ascend. And that's also what the Hierophant is about as well, is ascension, moving up, becoming wiser, obtaining more information in order to become more powerful. Okay. So, and I feel like with that Seven of Staffs underneath the deck, it's like someone wants to defend, what it is that they're so passionate about. And again, I got to say it almost to a toxic level, but so that it can get done. So this project can be completed the way that they want it to be completed, the right way. Right. that's where I'm going to leave that for right now. Now we're going to pull some oracle and see how this all brings in the messages together. All right, what do we have for the Queen of the Moon Oracle for our lovely General Collective? How you guys doing out there? I appreciate you joining me. Thank you for being here as we do this. By the way, my personals are open, and so I have all of my information in the description below this video. And so just reach out to me if you're interested in a personal reading, and we will schedule that out. I will be open all throughout September. All right. Underneath the deck. Oh, I love this. Underneath the deck, we've got new moon beginnings. So this is card number 2. And 2's, well, first off, if we look at passion number 11, which again is twin flame number, 1 + 1 = 2, right? 2's are all about unity, working together, also stability as well. So very grounded number. I like that a lot. And this is new beginnings, right? I feel like what you're working on right now, what you've been working on, by the time of the new moon, which is going to be in about 2 weeks from the time that this reading is taking place, you'll start to see new beginnings coming from this situation, you know, whether it's relationship, work, or otherwise. The new moon is when there'll be beginnings happening, getting started, really seeing progress being made, really seeing that growth coming out, right? Top of the deck, we've got number 26, surrender. I like this a lot. And the reason I say that is because this energy that I'm feeling right here with the devil, the only way to break this cycle and to get rid of this toxicity is to surrender, to let go, right? To stop trying to control everything. Control is a form of toxicity. As a Scorpio myself, I know that firsthand. You have to kind of like let go. What is that song, Carrie Underwood, Jesus Take the Wheel? It's just like, you know, letting go and just letting the universe take control of your life and trusting that everything is going to be okay, especially during Mercury retrograde when the energy is completely wonky and crazy. You have to just kind of go with the flow and trust that the universe is leading you in the right place, as long as you are facing your demons, right? And dealing with what it is that you need to deal with during Mercury retrograde to get past any of those communication snafus, right? So we're going to read what surrender is. Card number 26. So here's the thing. 26 could be super important. Something significant could have happened on the 26th of August or be happening by the 26th of September. Somebody could be born on the 26th, anniversary date, you know, birthdays, that kind of thing. But also 2 + 6 is 8. And 8s are about mastery, but they're also about messages, like messages coming in, but also downloads from the divine. So I feel like, I definitely feel like, you know, mastery is involved with the King of Staffs, you know, again, you know, working to a toxic level, but, you know, rising to like this Hierophant type of energy, because the Hierophant is a master of spirituality in itself, right? But I feel like, you know, by surrendering this energy, you're really mastering yourself. You're mastering the need for control, and, you know, just being able to let things go and relax a little, right? So let's read number 26, surrender. Surrendering doesn't mean giving up. Let go of what you no longer need. Stop being so stubborn and holding on to aspects and behaviors that don't align with who you are now. Stop struggling. Also, that's the devil. That feeling that you're always struggling, that feeling that you're never going to get ahead, that feeling that, you know, it's like, oh, no matter what I do, it's like 2 steps forward and 3 steps back, right? Let it go. Like, you have to believe that where you're moving now from this point forward, with this blue moon in Pisces. This is such a powerful, magical time. We've got so much good things happening for us, but you have to let go of these toxic thoughts and behavioral patterns that are keeping you from the growth that you so passionately desire. Okay. And that's that higher perspective, stepping out and looking at things from a higher perspective and not just what you've been dealing with for so long in the 5D, I'm sorry, in the 3D. Okay. So I let go. I surrender my struggle. I allow the universe to work through me. For those of us who are highly independent and used to doing things quite ably on our own, admitting that we need assistance or that we might indeed have to let something go for our betterment can be challenging. Letting go and surrendering admits or exposes a vulnerability or two. To surrender, we may need to show our underbelly. We may need to admit that we got it wrong, we made a mistake, grew a bad habit, surrounded ourselves with people that are no good for us, devil energy, and it can make us feel raw with our realization. Remember, this moon phase is dark and beautiful. It casts a protective shadow and allows us to be as wide open as we need to be to do our work. We reveal safely to only the divine and ourselves, and then the light returns. Companion stone or metal, orange calcite. So you might want to keep that in mind as well. Orange calcite. Okay, that's beautiful. I'm just going to peek at the new beginnings. So with beginnings, with the new moon, again, something significant, this growth, change, the change from this growth. I feel you'll start to see something in about 2 weeks time frame for these beginnings to start to kind of take place, take root. You are offered a fresh start. Your journey is beginning. Take the first steps towards something new. It is time to place emphasis on your health and well-being. Mantra, I accept and rejoice in renewal and beginnings. I love that. All right, so we're going to move along. And I don't think I've ever used these in one of my YouTube readings, but this is the Lunar Nomad Oracle. You know, this being such a significant lunar full moon, I wanted to pull these out. What do we have for General Collective for the for the blue full moon in Pisces for General Collective, please, spirits? Yeah, it's like once you surrender that toxic needing to control, like I was saying, that's what I keep on hearing and feeling. It's like you're going to see these new beginnings like starting to take root, to sprout up, right? To begin. It could be in relationships. It could be in work. It could be in anything. Underneath the deck, we've got Bear, number 15. And then top of the deck, we've got Clover, number 2. Another number 2. So I like this. I do have to read both of these because I don't use this deck very often. I can already tell you the Clover already looks like luck, you know. Like we've got luck coming in. All right, Clover, number 2. Yep, exactly. Oh, you guys, this is crazy. So not only is it luck, but it's new beginnings. Number 2. Number 2. Opportunity and quick action. So you're searching through a grassy meadow, luscious flowers blooming, warm sun beaming down, and butterflies tracing dizzy circles around your head. Suddenly you stop, looking down at your feet, nestled in a sea of green and vibrant color. You discover an emerald 4-leaf clover. So the clover has long been regarded as a lucky omen. To find one of these rare talismans is a fortuitous event in itself. The clover is an enticing and auspicious omen, a key to the world of fairy. When the clover appears, a gift or opportunity has materialized out of thin air to grace you with some small spell of good fortune. Both elusive and fantastical, the clover fairy weaves her magic all about you, bringing you something enticing and unexpected. Her magic may only last a few hours or even just a few seconds. Her sense of timing is humorous. So expect the unexpected. The clover is an invitation to be filled with wonder, and it always appears when you least expect it. This card plays with time and attention. It can bring small blessings or something a bit more perplexing. Fairy magic has a mysterious way of working. When the clover appears, you are being guarded and guided by good magic. Lean into the experience with a playful heart and lots of laughter. Let your serious demeanor dissolve along with your worries and fears. The clover appears to interrupt the monotony of life, imparting the wisdom and joy of being in the moment. Concerning a question, the clover urges you to expect the most unexpected events to appear out of nowhere, and the answer to your prayers could fall from the sky. Literally, the clover can signify finding something when you aren't even looking for it. You could have a strange sensation of finding it, of finding you rather than, you could have a strange sensation of it finding you rather than you finding it. Sorry. And the clover has a way with playing with time. Time can get lost or stretched out. Maybe something could be happening like in the nick of time. Like you get something like just in enough time. So ask yourself, can I you guys, this is tripping me out. We were talking about letting go of control. Okay. Now it's talking about, ask yourself, can I let go of controlling the situation right now? Is there a possibility I haven't considered? Am I expecting too much? Do I have tunnel vision? Am I open to other possibilities? Do I need to allow things to unfold in their own time? Literally what I've been talking about so far during this reading. So the clover has a way of accomplishing tasks in a manner that you might not know, expect, or even want, yet the end result will serve you well. You could call these blessings in disguise. So these are sweet little reminders to invite the unexpected, which is just amazing. Then underneath the deck, this is like underlying energy and or what you don't see coming. It's number 15. So again, something significant could have happened on the 15th of this month or be happening on the 15th of the upcoming month. Birthdays, anniversaries, significant dates of any sort. Also 1 + 5 = 6, and 6s are about balance, so I feel maybe sometime around the new moon, this new beginning is going to help balance out a situation that will make you extremely happy. The bear talks about strength, mother, sustenance, providence, authority, and nourishment. It talks about when the bear appears, you're in a time of great need. Be open and honest about your needs and allow Mother Bear to extend her generosity to you. It also talks about being good with your body, and also going through cycles of personal growth. Literally what we're dealing with in this full moon in Pisces. It's, very intuitive, reflective time. Being perceptive to your cycles and persistent in honoring them, listening to your needs. Your body is always talking to you. The quality of your thoughts can also be profound, and the pulse of your emotions will reveal the undercurrent of your life. Learning to be in full expression keeps you flowing with the universe. Ask yourself, is this activity feeding my spirit or depleting it? Where are you spending your time and where are you placing your energy? Is it valuable? Is it worth it? Right? Accept the generous invitation to sit at the bear's table. Embrace her compassion with open arms. The bear teaches healing through solitude. Pushing through personal struggles without taking time for rest and personal injury can damage you. The best medicine for dark nights of the soul, which is literally like what going into Pisces, is talking about, Pisces full moon, is solitude. So the deafening noise of the outside world fades away and your inner voice can begin to be heard. Surround yourself with beauty and inspiration. Enrich your surroundings with comfort and security. Make your space inviting. Fill it with sweetness. I don't know about you, but I know especially around this Pisces blue moon, I just got the really crazy need to tidy up. I just started cleaning everything. It's like with the full moon, I wanted to, start this full moon with like a clean slate, clean mind, just making sure that everything around me was as it should be, as best as possible. So maybe some of you are feeling that way. And if so, make sure you drop a comment in the comments below. And then the bear is also a ferocious protector of those she loves. She teaches confidence and fearlessness when necessary. So rest when you feel weak. Give your inner strength time to resurface, but demand respect when you know you deserve it. The bear wants you to know that you are precious and you are worthy. I love that. That's great energy. You also might have like a strong maternal influence around you. It doesn't have to be like an actual your own mother, although whether she's with you or passed or deceased, grandmothers also, any kind of maternal influence. It's like they're always around you, always trying to guide you, compassionately show you the right way. But this could also just be a mother figure, like somebody who is a mother. It could be a friend. It could be a sister. It could be whatever, a lover or a wife or something like that. So take it as it resonates. Now let's see what we have for our Black Moon astrology cards. Also, I'm looking at passion. This could definitely be like a lover. Maybe somebody that you see like as a good mate. That could be like a mother of your children, or that you want to have a family with. Maybe there's somebody in your life, if you're a male, that, already has children, and it's like she's very motherly. Take it as it resonates. Or maybe, you're a single woman and you want to be a mother. That would definitely be a new beginning. That's for sure. All right. Oh, I'm sitting here. Look, I totally missed a card the entire time. Jeez. 2 cards. I cannot believe that. That's crazy. What was that? Okay. Do this again. All the cards. What do we have for the General Collective for the Black Moon astrology? Please, spirits, higher peace, power, protection, and prosperity. Okay. Thank you, spirits. All right. Underneath the deck, we've got number 38, Earth Element Stability. So this is getting grounded, about getting grounded, making sure that you've got everything you need in order to stabilize and move forward. Taking the time to rest, taking the time to make sure that, like, I keep on hearing all your ducks in a row. Take it as it resonates. So 38, somebody could be 38 years old. It's interesting. 3 plus 8 is 11 again. We have that number coming up again. And again, 1 plus 1 equals 2. So that's another form of 2 out here. 2s and 11s could be very significant for you. And again, it just screams at me, twin flame, soulmate, divine couple. Like, you may be dealing with that right now, or many of us could be dealing with that right now. Because again, this is very general, broad reading, right? Okay, we'll read what that is about. Top of the house. This is interesting. Top of the house. Top of the deck is number 25. First house, the body. So this is like the second reference that we've had so far that talks about the body and your health. There could be many of you that is like, wanting to get back into like a physical type of health regime, or taking care of your health on a higher level. I know myself, I'm ready to get back into the gym and, start working on a couple things as well. It's just time. Because, it's all about balance. It's, you could be doing really well in work, or wanting to do even better in work, or in love, or in different areas of your life, right? But you feel like you're being held back or stagnated for some reason. And turns out it's because you're not balanced, right? And that's because maybe you're not taking care of something else, such as health, or your mental health, or organization, or whatever it is. So it's like doing little things to keep you on schedule, to keep you healthy, to keep you balanced. Things like going to the gym, things like meditation every day, things like making sure that you're eating healthy and all of that. It's good. You know, it's needed for you. And that helps ground you. It helps stabilize, you know, your life and structure. So let's read into this. Number 20. Let's see here. I just turned to 38, so we'll hold that there. Okay, so number 25, first house, the body. I am not the perishable body, but the eternal self. Ramana Maharshi. Move ahead with confidence. You are rising. The first house in astrology begins with the ascendant, the astrological constellation rising over the eastern horizon at the time that the chart is cast. In the natal chart, the ascendant represents the moment that you were born. So the first house card presents itself in a reading, meaning that you will soon be feeling your own strength. Although it may feel natural just to take over and assert your power, so taking over, control, all of that, right? You may need to pull back some. Try not to control or dominate certain situations, as this could backfire. So I was just saying in an earlier reading for one of the signs, what I love about these readings are not necessarily, like when I do these readings for you, it's not necessarily like a report card on what's already happened. For many cases, this is like foretelling, you know, what could potentially happen. So in many, you know, for many of you, this could be like a warning, like this devil energy is talking about what is like looming in the energy, what's looming around you right now, what could take place, any kind of toxic energy, that control, that need for control, right? But by watching this right now, this serves as a warning to you and showing you what could happen if you don't let go, right? Or what will happen if you let go. And that's what Spirit is asking you to do. Like, let go of this toxic behavior, let go of control, and things will turn out for the best. The Hierophant, the way things should be, in control, like in power. You will rise to that Hierophant type of energy, which is card number 5, and that creates change. This is the change, the new beginning that you're wanting for your life. I love this so much for you. So it just says that you may need to pull back some. Try not to control or dominate certain situations. So more positively, people may feel comfortable now with you as their leader, and they won't mind following your lead. It's important that you don't abandon your goals now out of boredom. Presently, you will start things with great gusto, but you must follow up. You need to finish all that you start. The first house shows your image, so how you come across to others is of the utmost importance now and bears greatly on your success. Since this house opposes the 7th house of partnerships, it's a good omen regarding relationships of all kinds. It can mean relationships are about to mature or become more serious. Do you remember in the very beginning of this reading, underneath the deck, when we were going into the shuffle, and it was the 3 of Pentacles? And that's literally what we were talking about: partnerships, moving up in partnerships, whether it's like friends to a relationship to engagement to marriage, or in business, you know, like, you know, doing something on your own to partnering with somebody to, you know, becoming a boss CEO, whatever it is. That's the Hierophant energy, moving up, partnering up. Marriage may be on the cards, or it may mean that you are transitioning into a better place concerning other people in general. As the first house is also about your physical body, it's important you pay attention to your health and the signals your body is sending you. Your body is your ultimate container, the first place your soul passes into. It also speaks of beginnings and starting anew. It implies that it's time to honor your gift of being distinct. It also suggests a position of leadership. This card marks a period of being tested or challenged, which is Mercury retrograde energy, and it indicates who you are and who you will become. Whatever is implied in the surrounding cards will indicate what must soon be faced, facing the devil, facing your demons, and met. All in all, the first thing to consider with this card is how healthy you are and your stamina, then your role as a leader, or just as a person who's about to start something significant, your new beginning. Always looks around its surrounding cards to determine what comes next. So corresponding tarot card to this is the Fool, and that's all about new beginnings. So we've got new beginnings on the cards. Key ideas, appearance, the subject of your question, the way you come across, beginnings, new projects, new starts, the body, the face that you show the world. Now, underneath the deck, 38, stability. Earth is the element of the signs Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. These are signs that keep us centered but more aptly fastened to the ground. Earth element is of practicality and wisdom. The Earth element card is about finding meaning in the physical world, living free among nature, being animal and also human. The warning here is not to become stubborn, which is a toxic trait, right? Allow others to be who they are. It is not a time for rushing or criticism. When this card comes up in a reading, it can indicate that matters are becoming rock solid and sure, or it can mean that you may have to prove yourself in some tangible way at this time or very soon. So it's also a sensual card having to do with appetites where sexual need and expression are concerned. That's passion. So this may have some relevance to your question if it has to do with relationships. At worst, this card can represent hoarding and not being able to let go of things. Remember, we were talking about being able to let go of control. Materialism may play into this. It may indicate working for tomorrow while not living in the present. Remember, and I also talked about working too much. That's also a very toxic trait, overworking. So you are encouraged to relax, to take a break, and to return to the garden. Oh my God, what we were talking about earlier, planting the seeds, tending to your garden, keeping things growing, but also being able to relax, while all of this is happening, because again, it's all about balance. So it's not a time to rush things. Patience is needed. Remember, the foundation must be solid. Your happiness is dependent upon the structure, and that means will likely progress at a slow pace with maybe even a few steps back before you eventually get there. The Earth element card says this matter is essential, so you want it to last because you want to do it the right way. The Hierophant. That's Taurus energy, by the way. The Hierophant is Taurus energy. So corresponding tarot card is the Ace of Pentacles. That's beautiful. Okay, that's all about aces. First of all, are gifts from the universe, and Pentacles is all about money, coins, finance, stability. So this is, and again, this card is all about stability. So what you're working on, what you have this passion for, what it is that you're passionate about, it's very valuable. There's a lot of worth behind this. So you want to make sure that you're going to do it right. But in order to do it right, you have to give up all of your toxic ways. You have to work on that. Key ideas: stability, accepting responsibility, the body, becoming organized, and being in nature, which I think is just beautiful. All right, guys, we are almost at the end. We're going to finish up with the Moonology Manifestation Oracle cards and see what additional messages that our spirits have for us for our Blue Moon and Pisces reading for the General Collective. All right, what do we have? I'm hearing that Jesus Take the Wheel song in my head again. It's not about, religion per se. It's just the song. I'm clairaudient, so I get a lot of songs that pop into my head. But like that song is literally, it's about letting go of control, letting go of that toxic need for control, and just letting the universe, letting spirit, show you the way, and trusting that as long as you're, taking these steps to balance yourself, balance your health, balance your life, and taking small steps every single day forward, you're going to get there. That's how you build up your stability. That's how you keep your garden growing, and also that's how you keep passionate relationships growing as well. You have to work on relationships every single day. You can't just tend to it whenever it comes around. That doesn't make any sense at all. All right, what do we have, spirits, for higher peace, power, protection, and prosperity for the greater good? Underneath the deck, we've got the full moon in Aries. Cool your emotions. So another kind of toxic trait, spouting off, getting upset, getting angry. Plus, we're in the middle of a full moon. Full moons make people crazy anyway, right? Something significant could have happened during Aries season, in which maybe you let your emotions go a little too far. But Aries energy is emperor energy, and emperors like to have it their way. They just do. He's the king of all kings. It's fire energy, much like the king of staffs. It's fire energy. So, and you see the ram, they're very hard-headed, can sometimes be stubborn. So, and again, that's all about control. Stop being stubborn, stop trying to always have it your way. You have to let go of control and make sure that things are being done the right way. Your way doesn't necessarily always mean that it's the right way, right? And that's for anybody, but I do feel like there's a message there for many of us. So cool your emotions, take it easy, get zen, go out into nature, meditate, exercise, manifest, trust and believe that what it is that you want to happen will happen as long as you don't force it, right? Top of the deck. New moon in Aquarius. You guys are going to love this one. Open up to change. So, and like I was saying, this Hierophant card number 5, 5s are about change of direction. For many of us, whether it's in work, whether it's in relationships, I feel like there's big changes that are happening, big magical changes as we, as we're in the middle of this blue moon in Pisces. This blue moon is very magical. We're going to see things happen in the blink of an eye. We can manifest quicker, faster, stronger than ever before with this type of energy. But in order for those things to manifest, again, I know I've said it like a million times already in this reading, but it's like you got to let go of this toxic, controlling devil energy. You have to just trust that what happens is for your greater good. So let's read these last 2 cards and see how this plays into the message, and then we'll almost be finished here. Give me a second because I have to find it. So, and granted, it says new moon in Aquarius, and I believe we've already passed that. Yeah. But the new moon card over here, and this is saying new moon here. So I feel like either A, something could have happened during the new moon in Aquarius in the recent past. Something could be happening by the new moon in Aquarius in the future, or just by the new moon in general. I'm not sure when the next new moon in Aquarius even is. So if somebody wants to look that up, that'd be cool, but don't worry about it if not. So it says open up to change. Big changes are forecast, but you need to let events unfold with as little steering as possible from you. Again, letting go of control. That's what it's talking about. Sometimes you just need to take a bit of space from a person or a situation. Take a step back for a higher perspective, like that Hawk's Eye card. If you know you've been too emotional, cool your emotions about something or someone. This card offers you the chance to cool things down. Okay, this is this card talking literally about this card. Completely separate from each other. Cool your emotions. That's what open up to change is talking about. A rational, even slightly aloof assessment of your current circumstances is called for. Allow for things to develop. Try to think of your situation from a different angle. Manifesting focus. This card is an especially good sign for matters related to friends, networks, a wish coming true, science, tech, or online dating. Passion. Manifesting mindset. Be yourself. Independence doesn't have to mean loneliness. A group of people rather than one person may be the ones to help you. Manifesting tip for detachment. Call an Archangel Uriel, the most cerebral archangel. call in energy from the planet Uranus, which talks or which guides the sign of Aquarius and is all about independence and revolution. Light a candle, preferably silver, and ask Uriel for his help with viewing life compassionately, but also dispassionately, so that you can stay cool under any pressure. Your manifestation affirmation: there is only one me, it's safe to be me, and I love me. When to manifest your magic. The best time to work your magic is when the moon is in Aquarius on a Saturday or during Saturn's hour. Okay, so I'm just going to quickly look at the full moon in Aries, and we will see. Okay, so cool your emotions. Are you in the middle of an argument or perhaps in the mood to pick up an argument? And again, we're in the middle of Mercury retrograde right now, which deals with communication. For some of the signs, I know specifically there's been miscommunication as it deals with like things like relationships and things like that. So this could very well, still be significant for many of you. Or are you being overly forward? This is a time of heated emotions and frayed tempers. Anger is better than despair, as Abraham Hicks has taught us, because anger spurs us on to do something, but you may get better results if you master your emotions. I said that somewhere. Where did I say that earlier? It was about you mastering. Number 8, mastering your emotions, mastering yourself, and surrendering that energy, to the divine so that you can start a new beginning. And avoid stirring the pot or it could boil over. Cooling your emotions and being the peacemaker means that you'll attract a more peaceful outcome. Manifesting balance. Seek a balance between you, and me. Manifesting mindset. There's no point in pretending that you don't hate intense feelings, as this blocks your manifesting powers. You need to work through your feelings by thinking of the people involved or forgiving yourself. Your manifestation affirmation: out of this, only good will come. That's a great affirmation. Out of this, only good will come. When you let go of control, out of this, only good will come. I love that for this message. And the best time to work your magic is when the moon is in Aries on a Tuesday. So take it as it resonates. I love that. This is a beautiful, beautiful message, but it very strongly in many parts of it talks about, just to wrap this up, whatever projects that you've been working on, whatever it is that you're most passionate about, whether that regards relationships or a work or a project or some new position or something like that. Because I see there's multiple storylines. Again, this is a very broad message for the General Collective. You're very passionate. You're working hard on this, but you need to step back, let go of control or any kind of toxic energy that, you're holding upon this situation, trying to control the situation. You have to take a step back. And that's what's ultimately going to lead this situation or relationship, or even a new relationship, to a higher level of commitment in the future. Yeah, for some of you, it can be a complete change of direction. For others of you, it could be like a new beginning to an old situation or a completely new beginning altogether. May have to do with maternal figures or how you deal or view maternal figures. But I do feel that you've got a lot of maternal energy surrounding you compassionately in a very good, positive way. And then, of course, it talks about, balancing out your health, body, just, making sure that all of that is in balance and in check as well for stability. We have the numbers 11 and 2 popping up quite a lot throughout this reading. And also number 5. And then overall, it's just saying, cool your jets, cool your emotions, try to stay grounded and as stable as possible, but also be open up to change, because ultimately at the end, that's what we're looking at, is a major new change that's about to happen. And it could happen faster than you know it, in the blink of an eye, which is magical and beautiful. all together. One last thing that I wanted to add, this is the full moon in Pisces, the blue moon. As a manifestation tip, one thing that you can do before you go to bed tonight is make your moon water. All you need is a jar, a clear jar, then put in filtered. I like to use filtered water. You can use whatever water you want, right? But I like to use filtered water because then you can use it for multiple uses. Many people, what you do is you put your jar underneath in a windowsill or outside underneath the rays of the full moon. And then in the morning before the sun pops up, make sure you go and collect your water. And the moon is going to charge your water with energy. You can use this for growing plants. You can use this in your tea. You can use this to make, spray manifestation sprays, protection sprays, perfumes, whatever it is that you use water for. But it's a highly charged type of water. And that is one of the many things that you can do during a full moon. I also like to lay out all of my crystals in my windowsills or underneath the moon rays. That helps charge the crystals as well. Again, we're in Pisces. So Pisces is a water sign. So anything that you can do around water, moon water, take a ritual moon bath. Even if you're in an area where you're able to, go swimming in the moonlight, just be careful about that. But swimming in the moonlight, that's also something really cool. Just it's very cleansing, cleansing energy. And that is what I have for you for the blue moon in Pisces general collective energy reading. I hope that this brought some answers, clarity, and enlightenment for you. And like I was saying earlier, my personal readings are open. So if you'd like a personal reading from me, make sure that you check out the information in the description below. Make sure that you like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you get updates with all of my upcoming content. If you really liked what you saw and you feel the move to leave a tip or a donation, I also have links in the description below where you can do that as well. Blessings in advance. I always appreciate that. But as you know, it's together we grow. So I always enjoy sharing your energy and time with you. I look forward to reading for you again in the future. And I look forward to seeing you on the flip side. Y'all take care. Have a very blessed and magical blue moon in Pisces. And I will see you guys on the flip side. Peace.